Who here loves collard greens? Raise your hand. Let me know. Because if you love collard greens, this video is for you. This is how I canned and made shelf stable my collard greens with smoked turkey tails. I went through the process as if I was going to cook these for Thanksgiving. So I went to the farmer's market because it's summer and the farmer there had all the greens, but I only wanted collards. So I bought a bunch of collard greens. I brought them home, and my mom and I tag teamed them. She cleaned them and cut them, and here I am just canning them. Um, I started with, of course, the cleaning and the cutting, right? She put them in bags and just sat them in the refrigerator. So when I was ready to can them, all I had to do was grab the bags. The first thing that I did though was start a nice big stock pot with my turkey tail in it. Filled it up with water, all of my spices, just as if I was going to do it for Thanksgiving. Although for Thanksgiving, I usually put it in a crock pot. But I put it in a stock pot and I cooked it on low heat for about maybe 5 or 6 hours. I just let it render. I let it flavor the water real good. I put all my spices in there. I put some of my homemade garlic powder, some of my homemade onion powder, black pepper, and tons of seasoning salt. I did not put any regular salt in this because I just figured I will salt them when I plate these up. So that's how it went. And then I filled the jars as tightly as I could. I started with 15 jars of collard greens. Don't make the mistake that I made. I forgot or just wasn't thinking about the fact that when I add the liquid, it's going to shrink down the greens. So I started with 15 jars. I just packed them and packed them and packed them. I didn't think about the headspace. I wasn't worried about the headspace. I just packed them and packed them and packed them. And then I grabbed my stock pot. I ladled all the hot juice in there. And then I broke up the meat to get the meat in there as well. By the time I put the liquid in and the meat in and started pushing down to see how much space I had for headspace, I realized, oh, that's right, greens shrink. So I took out some of the greens in the jars and packed them into the other jars. And so I ended up with 9 good packed jars of collard greens with the turkey tail meat and the juice, and they were perfect. So just do this the way that you would do it regularly in your kitchen, only you're just putting the greens in a jar. I did not cook the greens at all. I raw packed them. They will cook in a pressure cooker. For these, you want to pressure cook. I have quart jars, so you want to pressure cook these for 90 minutes. I happen to have two pressure canners, so I was able to run them at the same time. I had 9 jars and was able to do them all at one time. So that was very convenient for me. But yes, when you're doing greens or anything else for that matter, when you're canning, it is very helpful to take the pressure off of yourself. Think of this as I'm doing this as if I'm just cooking greens or whatever it is that you're cooking, except I'm just going to make a couple alterations, right? I'm going to put these in the jars raw, but I'm going to put this hot liquid in there and I'm going to season it up the way that I would, and maybe omit a little bit of the salt so that you can have some control over that when you go to plate it up. But yeah, so before they go into the canner, they look like this. And as soon as they come out of the canner, they look basically the same, only cooked. And now I have 9 shelf stable jars of collard greens and smoked turkey. and I don't have to do the work for it when I just want to have some greens. It doesn't have to be a big to do. I did my big to do early on. It's worth it. Give it a try. Let me know.